Hi guys, and welcome back to a new video. In this video I'm gonna be talking about assumptions you guys have about me. I thought it would also be a nice idea to make this video so people would get to know me maybe a bit better, because I sort of feel like a lot of people, even though I show my life like in vlogs and stuff, I still feel like you guys probably don't know me like well enough. So as in there are maybe some things you probably wouldn't know about me, or you have certain assumptions about me, which I will be answering now. So I asked you guys on my Instagram to submit any assumptions you have about me, and I received a few. And I also added like some assumptions that people have about me like in general, because also in real life I hear some certain assumptions which I'm like, that's not true, or maybe they are true. So I'm just gonna answer these as well. So yeah, want to see what you guys are all assuming about me? Then just keep on watching. Okay, so the first one is you're very social and outgoing. I would say yeah, but at the same time I can be really like socially awkward as well. Like I can say that I am like quite social. I have like a couple of friends. Yeah, I really do consider myself quite a social person. Like I like talking to people, I like to meet new people. You get upset very easily. Yes, I quite do actually, but that's just something personal which I really have to work on, because sometimes I can take things like very personally, even though that person didn't mean it like that in an objective way. Like I do get upset quicker than the average person would. This is an assumption that a lot of people had about me, especially in real life, and that is that I'm not religious. But that's actually quite false, because I am religious. I am Muslim. I am practicing Muslim. So yeah, the assumption that I am not Muslim or not religious is just false. You had a lot of toxic friendships. Honestly, yes, I have. And I think I've also mentioned this in like another video, like it was in my last chat video. Yes, I've met people in my life where our dynamic or our relationship was just toxic, or the other person was toxic for me, but that doesn't mean that I don't acknowledge my own, like, you know, my own part in everything that happened. Like of course I have my part as well, so I am someone who can self-reflect on that. But yes, I do have had toxic friendships. And yeah, I do mean had, because I don't anymore. Hi Felicia. You were popular in school. Definitely not. I was that type of girl in high school who literally had no friends, who got bullied, and I was always sitting alone during lunch breaks. I was that type of girl. Like, so yeah, I was definitely not the popular person in high school. I was literally the bullied one. You're very low-key. It's a sort of yes and no, because obviously like I'm sharing my life online on the internet. Like I make videos, I make vlogs. Like of course in that sense I do like share stuff, but at the same time I am quite low-key, that I don't want to overshare things. Like for example, I don't share like a lot about my friends or my family or any other thing really. It's just because those are just things I like to keep private. So yeah, there are certain things that I do like to keep private, that I don't like to share, because I actually do believe in like evil eye. So I don't want to overshare things too much, because I really believe that there are people out there who really don't want the best for you, and like I do really believe in that they can throw an evil eye at me. Is it called an odd eye? Evil eye? You know what I mean, like they just wish bad upon you. I do really believe there are people like that, so that's why I'm also like quite careful with what I share. So in that sense, yeah, I am low-key, but obviously since I'm like making videos and share my life on the internet, I sort of am not as well. You are Turkish. That is something that's also like what I hear a lot, like in real life. Whenever people meet me, they are always like, what is your ethnicity? And by the way, first of all, I am not Turkish. I'm not. There's also like a thing that I have a lot. And like, for example, when I go somewhere and people start talking Turkish to me, or they also start talking Arabic to me, or any other language, and then I'm like, sorry, I don't know what you're saying. Yeah, but I am not Turkish. If you like read my descriptions in my video, then you would have known already. But personally, I'm just not really comfortable at sharing my actual ethnicity. All I can say is my ethnicity is from the Caucasus region. There are quite some countries and like regions in the Caucasus region, so I could be from anywhere from that region. You make videos for attention. I hope they didn't like mean it as in, oh, you're an attention seeker, like, because that's definitely like I'm not that at all. Like, personally, I sometimes don't like to be in the center of attention. Like, it depends on what situation. So it's not that I do it for attention. I just like to make videos because I just like making them. Since I have like quite a lot of interests, like K-pop, lifestyle, vlogs, beauty, I'm just like, I just like to make videos about it. So yeah, it's just not that I'm just making it for attention for myself. It's just I like creating videos because I like it. I don't know how that person like meant it in what certain way. Yeah, but it's not just like I don't make it in like an attention seeking kind of way. So you spend a lot of money. I do have to say, and it's something that I've used to be like quite insecure about, but not really anymore. I'm someone that pays attention to what they're spending, so it's not that I'm just like crazily spending everything without like seeing what I'm spending. I definitely do check on these things. And also it has to do because I still live at home, so I don't have like expenses like paying rent or gas or anything. So, and I don't have an own car, like I literally borrow my dad's car, so I don't have really like car expenses at all. It's just I don't really have much expenses. Like obviously I pay my health insurance, my phone, and I do have like some bills that I pay every month. So I think also because I live at home, I am in that position where I can spend a lot more money. So I think that's why people assume that I'm sort of rich, but I definitely wouldn't call myself rich at all. But don't get me wrong, I am someone who literally saves. I also do save money, because sometimes people also like assume that I didn't save money because they saw me like spend money like and saw me buy lots of stuff. But I do actually save a lot of money. Like with every salary I put at least half of it on my savings. You don't like your ethnicity. On YouTube I don't share like what country I'm from, and also not on my Instagram as well. Obviously the people who know me in real life do know where I'm from, but it's not that I don't like my ethnicity that I don't share it, and it's not that I am embarrassed. Definitely not. I am proud of who I am, and I am proud of the ethnicity I'm from, and it's just kind of like hard to explain really why, because I just personally just feel uncomfortable by actually sharing it on the internet. So but like I said, maybe in a maybe over time one day I will share where I'm from. The next assumption people have about me is you want to be Korean. Well, first of all, no. So, I'm sorry to say, but I just find this like assumptions like that, I find them quite ridiculous. Like just because someone is very interested in a culture doesn't mean they want to become part of that culture. Like, yeah, like I said earlier, I am happy with my ethnicity. I'm proud of my ethnicity. I like who I am. I'm proud of my identity. I really don't need to be Korean, nor do I want to be Korean. So you're very organized. I do have to say, like, yes, I sort of am, because I'm literally someone when it's chaotic over here, it's chaotic in my head as well. And I'm really such a planner. Like I really plan out everything, like literally every week. If I just don't organize and plan, literally I get so stressed out and it's gonna be so chaotic in my head. You're an extrovert. Yes, I am. I do have to say I am quite extrovert. My MBTI type is actually an ENFJ, which is the protagonist type. So I can be quite extrovert in a case where like I'm really like someone who attracts energy from like the outside. Like I'm really that vibe kind of person, and I also do get my energy from outside vibes as well. And like I said in the beginning, I'm like quite social. I just like hanging out with people, but I'm definitely not someone who goes to parties like every week. Like no, my head cannot handle that at all. So and like I said, I'm quite social. If someone talks to me, I can like quite like make a conversation as well. But I do have to say I also have a quite introvert side as well, because sometimes after a long day of being with friends, like my social battery is just is so dead, and I can also be like quite drained in the sense like I need at least 2 days to like rest from it. And yeah, and also just I really like to be on my own sometimes. If I had to choose between like going on a party on a Friday night or just like a stay at home and watch Netflix in bed, I would opt for watch Netflix in bed. So I do like quite to be I do like to be on my own quite as well, just like in my room, in my own like, because I really see my room as like my own little cave, you know, like my own comfort bubble. So, and sometimes I do like to stay in a comfort bubble, and it's just I like being on my own. I don't mind to stay at home a couple of days and just be on my own, do my own things. So that is also like a quite introvert side of me as well, that I just really like to be on my own and just be in my own feelings. So like even when I was doing the MBTI test, like I was an introvert for 49% and 51% was extrovert. So I do have to say I'm kind of both, but I'm more on the extrovert side. This is very funny. You have a secret boyfriend. No, I don't. Like, I'm not seeing anyone at the moment. I'm happily single, living my best life, and it's just who would want to be my secret boyfriend anyway. So no, I don't. I'm just single. You've had relationships. Yes, I am gonna be honest about that. I have. And yes, I've dated people, but basically that's all I'm just gonna say. You're insecure about your appearance. Well, actually, I do have to be honest, I am actually not. If you would assume this about me 5 or 6 years ago, then I definitely would have said yes, I really am. Like, I really used to be quite conscious about my appearance and my weight and literally a lot of things, really. So I don't know what it is. It's just one time, it's just something switched inside my head and I'm just not insecure about my appearance anymore. Like, also with my weight, I am happy with how I look. Also with my face, features, just literally the whole outside. I'm just so like, I feel like quite confident. Also another assumption is that sometimes people ask me if I wear makeup because I don't like my bare face. Like, no, it's just I like makeup because I like wearing it, because I like it. I'm not insecure about myself. I literally like go to work with a bare face. If I run errands, I just go with a bare face. Like, the past couple of months, like, I barely wore makeup. I just literally went outside with a bare face. And the final assumption I'm gonna talk about is you find it hard to open up to people. Yes and no. Like, not gonna lie, I like back when I was younger, like, obviously I'm sort of still young, but like back like 10 years ago, I used to be like very naive. Like, I used to open up like quite quickly, even to people I didn't even know that well. And since I was so naive, like, I didn't see the bad intentions they could have with the info I was sharing. Ever since that, I do find it sometimes difficult to open up to people. Now with certain people, if I feel like I don't trust you, then I'm not gonna open up things with you, especially if I don't know you well. It's just the only people I actually do really open up to are like close friends or people I actually feel like I can trust. Yeah, in that case, like, it's not that I find it hard to open up to people, it's just I'm now like very quite conscious with who I tell stuff and who I don't tell stuff. But even with close people, sometimes it just depends on certain topics or situations. There are certain topics that sometimes do feel difficult to open up to, even to my closest friends. So in that case, to conclude it, yes and no. So that were basically all the assumptions you guys had about me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and of course subscribe. I love you guys, and I see you next time in a new video. Bye bye.